Title: The Quiet Bolt That Holds Ships Together. This story is to guide you into practical spiritual transformation. He who was seated on the throne said, "I am making everything new." Revelation 21 verse 5. No one noticed when Mark stopped bowing his head during worship. No one saw when his Bible stayed closed on the coffee table, collecting dust like old promises. And Mark? He barely noticed it himself. Until the Sunday the power went out at church. They had candles, acoustic guitar, no slides, no lights. Just the sound of quiet voices echoing off brick walls. It was during it as well that something in Mark cracked. Tears welled up and spilled before he could stop them. It was the line, "Whatever my lot is, thou hast taught me to say." And he realized, he didn't say that anymore. "Lord, when did I stop believing you'd make all things new? When did I stop hoping at all?" Mark once had habits that built faith like a fortress. He rose early to pray, spoke scripture into his day like oxygen. But slowly, subtly, his faith became maintenance, not momentum. Late nights blurred into late mornings. Quiet time got traded for headlines and scrolls. One missed prayer became two. One skipped fellowship became a whole season of disconnection. Then came the subtle compromises. A small lie here. A shortcut there. The rivets of his faith, the ones no one saw, began to give. The rivets that hold ships together, yes, it's the lesson we can learn from. He remembered reading about the Titanic. The unsinkable ship sank because of cheap rivets. Substandard bolts popped loose when the iceberg hit. Not because the iceberg was too big, but because the faith holding the structure was too weak. Mark whispered, "Lord, have I been using cheap bolts?" One night, his daughter asked him, "Daddy, how do you know God is real?" He paused. Too long. And right there, with cartoon characters frozen on the screen and popcorn between them, he knew he had to start again. Mark's quiet rebuild. He didn't announce it. He just started getting up 15 minutes earlier. He cracked open Psalm 23 and whispered it aloud. "The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing." He prayed even when it felt dry. He showed up to small group again, even if late. He started listening again, not just hearing. And something shifted. A friend at work noticed. "You seem lighter." Mark didn't preach. He just smiled and said, "I've started tightening some bolts again." Scriptures that reframed him. Matthew 24 verse 8, "All these are the beginning of birth pains." Not chaos. Labor. Not the end. The beginning of something worth enduring for. Psalm 23, "Even though I walk through the valley." He remembered God walks too. Not ahead. Not behind. With. Revelation 21 verse 5, "I am making everything new." Not I might. Not if you're good enough. God will. God is. At that moment he knew. Months later, his daughter asked again. This time, Mark didn't hesitate. Because even when I stopped seeking him, he never stopped whispering to me. She smiled. That's cool. He didn't need more than that. Because the bolt had held. Not because of his strength, but because of grace renewed daily. Takeaway just for you. You don't lose faith all at once. You loosen it, one rivet at a time. And you rebuild it the same way. One word. One prayer. One surrender. Try this. Each morning this week, anchor your day like this. Place your hand on your chest and whisper, God, today, make me new again. Then pause. Let silence speak louder than anxiety. Let scripture breathe deeper than news. Let one small habit rebuild a bolt of your faith. Because the storms may come, but the ship can hold when the rivets are strong. It's a new day, a new word from the Lord. Let His wisdom shape your choices and strengthen your faith and draw you closer to Him. Penned by Garry Conan Doyle. In worship of God's wonderful glory.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you're still here, something in this story or song clicked with you. So here's a little secret. When you hit thumbs up, it tells the YouTube gremlins, hey, more of this. And if you subscribe, it's like saying, yeah, I want in. So go ahead, tap like, hit subscribe, and make sure you don't miss what's next. Because this ride, it's just getting started.